My fellow people of the former British Southern Cameroon, we call Ambazonia. These are the people that are located within the northwestern and southwestern regions of what La République du Cameroon calls regions. In this program that we are starting today, we want to remind ourselves and inform the world who we truly are. We are an integral part of the entire universe that God created. And the God who created us, loves us, and He watches over us, and He is the one that guarantees our existence, and He created us in His image. So we would like to share with us today information about ourselves within this universe, and as time goes on, we'll come into factual details of the history of the people of the former British Southern Cameroon, the English-speaking people of current day called Cameroon, who are seeking to be respected in their independent state of Amazonia. And as time goes on, by the grace of God, we will be able to tell ourselves what the future holds for us, which is spectacularly great. So we will start by sharing some information about this universe to which we belong. We are an integral part of the universe. And now we will present a video of this universe that we belong to, so we have a good perspective of who we truly are and where we belong. So the video of the universe is what we will be watching first.
Earth, our home planet, a tiny blue dot floating in the immense cosmic ocean. Here resides everyone you ever knew, every human who ever lived, every story that was ever told. It's where our journey begins, but as we zoom out, beyond our atmosphere, past the moon, beyond the familiar planets and the sun, we embark on an epic quest, a quest to grasp the true scale of our universe. As we leave Earth's embrace, the first marker on our cosmic journey is the moon. About 384,400 kilometers away, a distance so vast that if you were to drive a car at a constant speed of 100 kilometers per hour, it would take you over 160 days to reach it. And from this lunar vantage point, Earth appears as a fragile sphere of blues and greens, cradled in the black void of space, a sight that puts our existence into a humbling perspective. This is Earth as seen from the moon. As we continue our outward journey, the next milestone is the Sun, lying approximately 1 astronomical unit away from Earth. This unit, equivalent to about 150 million kilometers, is the standard measuring stick for distances in our solar system. Imagine this: light, traveling at an astounding speed of 300,000 kilometers per second, takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to journey from the Sun to Earth. If you were to travel this distance in a commercial jet, flying at 900 kilometers per hour, it would take you about 19 years. This immense distance is a stark reminder of the vastness of space, even within our own solar system. The Sun, a fiery behemoth, provides life-sustaining energy to our planet from this incredible distance. Venturing beyond our home planet and its solar companion, the Sun, we set our sights on Mars, our enigmatic red neighbor. Mars, at its closest approach to Earth, is about 54.6 million kilometers away. However, this distance can stretch up to 401 million kilometers when the two planets are on opposite sides of the Sun. To put that in perspective, traveling to Mars at the speed of a commercial jet would take upwards of 50 years. This vast expanse of space between Earth and Mars has been a significant challenge for space exploration. The rovers and probes we've sent to the Red Planet embark on a journey that is not just far, but fraught with complexities due to the constantly changing distances and orbital dynamics. As we journey to the outermost reaches of our solar system, we encounter Neptune, the distant ice giant. Lying roughly 4.5 billion kilometers from Earth, Neptune marks the edge of our solar neighborhood. Sunlight, racing across the vacuum of space, takes about 4 hours and 15 minutes to reach Neptune from the Sun. This staggering distance showcases the enormity of our solar system. Launched in 1977, the Voyager 1 space probe represents humanity's insatiable curiosity and our desire to explore beyond known boundaries. As of now, Voyager 1 has traveled for over 4 decades, covering a staggering distance of more than 22 billion kilometers from Earth. It's the farthest human-made object from our planet, a silent wanderer in the cosmic sea. In 1990, at the suggestion of the renowned astronomer Carl Sagan, Voyager 1 turned its camera back towards Earth for one final photograph. This resulted in the iconic pale blue dot image. At a distance of about 6 billion kilometers from Earth, our planet appeared as a tiny, faint dot in the vastness of space. Sagan poetically reflected on this image, emphasizing our responsibility to cherish and preserve our only home, a small speck in the immense universe. At the very fringes of our solar system lies the Oort cloud, a vast theoretical sphere of icy objects. This distant cloud is thought to extend up to a staggering 100,000 astronomical units from the Sun. That's about 1.9 light-years, a distance so immense that it's on the cusp of interstellar space. Scientists determine the boundary of interstellar space, known as the heliopause, where the Sun's solar wind is stopped by the interstellar medium. This is where the influence of our Sun ceases and the vast realm of interstellar space begins. The Oort cloud represents the final frontier of our solar system, a boundary zone where the Sun's influence wanes and the cosmic journey into the galaxy truly begins. As we venture beyond the confines of our solar system, our next point of interest is Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to our Sun. Located about 41.3 trillion kilometers away, this distance is equivalent to over 276,000 astronomical units. At such colossal distances, the AU, a measure so convenient within our solar system, begins to lose its practicality. Hence, astronomers use the light year, the distance light travels in 1 year, for interstellar measurements. Alpha Centauri is about 4.4 light-years away from us. Considering our current space travel technology, a journey to Alpha Centauri is almost unfathomable. For instance, the Voyager spacecraft, traveling at about 17 kilometers per second, would take over 70,000 years to reach this neighboring star system. This immense distance underscores the vastness of space that separates the stars and highlights the challenges of interstellar travel. Our journey now takes...
So my fellow brothers and sisters, Ambazonians, people of the former British Southern Cameroon, we want to demonstrate with this presentation that we are an integral part of something much bigger than we are. We are an integral part of the universe that God created. And He is the watchman over our nation, Ambazonia. And He loves us. And I want us to recognize that we are not just as a group of people that are lost somewhere being maltreated by wicked people. We are an integral part of this universe, and we are unique and precious in God's sight. And so as we live, we encounter some individuals that may feel extremely very important. But if you look at this known portion of the universe, and I say known portion because there's an unknown portion of the universe, what human beings have been able to discover is much smaller than the entire universe. So we talk about the known portion of the universe and the unknown portion of the universe. And that known portion is infinitesimally small compared to the unknown portion of the universe. And just looking at this, you recognize that we are so insignificantly small that if you would then bring in the known portion, the unknown portion of the universe, you wouldn't even know what to say. And yet, we are an integral part of this big, vast creation that is there. And we are unique and special, and God loves us. And in this big universe, you have solar systems. And we belong to the Milky Way solar system that has billions of stars. And our sun is only a star. And you know that around our sun, you have many planets, among which is the Earth. So let's take a little portion here now and watch just only within our solar system and comparatively who we truly are as we home in, and eventually, as I promised, As time goes on, we will home in on our true story. I just want us to see who we are in the big universe as we eventually will home in to who we are in our present location and our individual home. So let's watch this other video about our solar system. Let's take time to enjoy it as we watch it.
Forward place. We assumed that our planet, Earth, was the center of all existence. The sun, stars, and other celestial bodies were thought to circle around our home in perfect harmony. This perception of the cosmos was largely a result of our natural tendency to place ourselves at the center of everything. However, as the human understanding of the universe evolved, we embarked on a journey that would eventually lead us to discover our true place in a sprawling galaxy known as the Milky Way. This journey of cosmic discovery is a fascinating tale of determination, innovative thinking, and scientific breakthroughs. To accurately identify our location within the Milky Way, it's imperative that we first understand the true structure of our galaxy. The night sky offers the first set of indicators, presenting us with a faint, luminescent band of stars, a celestial ribbon that we recognize as our galaxy. The band-like formation suggests that we inhabit a flattened disk rather than a spherical structure. Should our galaxy be spherical, we would witness a significantly higher distribution of stars scattered evenly across the entire sky. Moreover, the band appears to bisect the night sky, implying that we exist within its plane, neither situated above nor beneath it. It remains impractical for us to vacate this plane to gain a full perspective of the Milky Way shape. Such a journey would require traversing hundreds or possibly thousands of light-years perpendicular to this plane. For context, consider Voyager 1, the most distant human-made object. Despite its near half-century of space travel, it has only covered a distance equivalent to 0.02 light-years. This underlines the magnitude of the distance that we would need to travel to fully observe the structure of the Milky Way. However, the lack of technology of direct observations did not dissuade us from determining the shape of our galaxy and our place in it. The first notable stride in this journey was taken in the 18th century by William Herschel, who is best known for his discovery of the planet Uranus in 1781. Herschel was not just an astronomer, he was a mapmaker of the cosmos. Herschel's primary tool in his investigations was his handmade telescope, a device that allowed him to peer deeper into the cosmos than anyone before him. He was a bold thinker and dared to take on a task that no one had ever attempted: to map the stars of the Milky Way. In the late 1700s, with the help of his sister Caroline, he embarked on a grand project. He divided the night sky into approximately 600 zones, and with relentless patience and precision, cataloged the position and brightness of each observable star within these areas. His process involved viewing the night sky through his telescope and marking the relative positions of the stars on a grid. His meticulous star count led him to propose that our galaxy was a disc-shaped structure. His observations also suggested that our solar system was close to the center of this structure. However, Herschel's map was not entirely accurate. He was unaware of the existence of interstellar dust, which blocks our view of stars in the Milky Way's central region. As a result, Herschel's map showed the central region of the Milky Way to be much less dense than it actually is. Despite its inaccuracies, his map was a major breakthrough in our understanding of the Milky Way. It was the first map to show the Milky Way as a disk, and it provided important clues about the structure of our galaxy. To introduce the next important character in our story, we jump ahead from the 18th century to the 20th century. Our destination is the Harvard College Observatory, where a curious astronomer with a deep fascination for the universe is observing something extraordinary. Her discovery is going to revolutionize the field of astronomy and change its course forever. It's often said that in the theater of cosmic discovery, every star plays a part. This holds true not only for celestial bodies, but also for the pioneering minds who've worked tirelessly to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Henrietta Swan Leavitt, an American astronomer, is one of these luminaries who made significant contributions to our understanding of the cosmos, thereby informing our knowledge of our place within the Milky Way. Leavitt's work focused on a unique type of star known as Cepheid variables. These stars have a peculiar property. They pulsate, growing brighter and dimmer over regular periods. Leavitt's job at the Harvard College Observatory involved cataloging these stars, a role that led her to a groundbreaking discovery. She cataloged 1,777 variable stars. In 1908, she observed that there was a direct relationship between the luminosity of these stars and their pulsation periods. Brighter Cepheids pulsed more slowly than their fainter counterparts. This simple yet profound relationship, now known as Leavitt's law, allowed astronomers to determine the distance to Cepheids by simply measuring their pulsation period. Cepheids were established as the standard candles to determine astronomical distances. So she gifted astronomers a promising method that could measure distances up to 20 million light-years. Now, you might wonder, how does this help us understand our position in the Milky Way? To answer this, we need to introduce another key player, Edwin Hubble. Before the 1920s, many scientists held the view that our Milky Way galaxy was the only one in the universe. Indeed, we had captured images of what we now...
So, my fellow brothers and sisters, you can see that we are just a very infinitesimally small portion of something which is much bigger than we ourselves are. And so we are a small portion of the very large universe. And this universe has multiple different sizes. And it's important for us to recognize this, because many times we are full of ourselves, think too highly more of ourselves than we should be, and thinking that we are the end of everything. In the case of the people of the Republic of Southern Cameroon, the people of the Republic of Cameroon regard us as second-class citizens and maltreat us and don't care how many they kill. They think too highly of themselves. I would like for us to see here, as we go further, the comparative sizes within the universe. So we don't think too highly of ourselves, or more importantly, than we should think. And in the context of this, with time, we also want to recognize that we are an integral part of it, and as precious as the creator of all of this considers us to be, because he created us in his image. So let us see comparative size within this universe, so we know exactly who we truly are. Let's see the video on size. So, my brothers and sisters, you can see comparative sizing within the universe, how small our Earth is. You know, we are an integral portion of the planet Earth. That's where the land of Amazonia is located in the continent of Africa on our planet Earth. And comparative to all the structures in the universe, you realize that our Earth is so small compared to all the bigger bodies, not only around our solar system, but even within our galaxy, and not to mention going beyond our galaxy into the rest of the entire universe. We are infinitesimally very small comparative. So you can see here, before we get to the Earth, like Pluto, you see the moon on Jupiter, you see the moon of our Earth. You know, it's smaller, it's less than a quarter of the size of our Earth. Then you see some planets like Mercury, the comparative diameter of it. And then you see Mars, which is smaller than our Earth. You see Venus. And then you come down to our planet Earth, which is approximately 13,000 kilometers across the diameter from one end to the other. And next to it, you see other bodies. Look at Neptune, it's bigger than our Earth. And then you have Uranus, for those who studied this in school. You have Saturn, much bigger than our planet Earth. It's over 120,000 kilometers across. And you have Jupiter, which is bigger. And then you can see the comparative size, how our Earth has become very small, of just the planets around our sun. And our sun is over 1.4 million kilometers across. And you see other stars that are like the sun, much bigger than our sun. And you realize that comparative to other big stars, our sun is very small. Look at these other solar bodies, which are stars you see in the sky, much bigger than our sun, superstars. And this is just within our solar system. We have not even gone beyond outside of our solar system. These are just stars within our galaxy that we talk about, the Milky Way galaxy. You see a blue hypergiant star, and look comparative to our sun, which is very infinitesimally small over there. And remember that our Earth is very small. You need 3 million of our Earth to constitute the size of our little sun. And see how big these are. These are big, giant bodies within the universe that God has created. And I want us to recognize that we are an integral part of this. And that the supernatural being, the creator God who created this, is the one who created us. He is the one that we acknowledge in our national anthem as the watchman over the nation of Amazonia. He is the one who allowed us to be in existence, and he loves us, and he created us in his image, not a human being. This creator cannot be sized, humanly speaking. You cannot develop a size for him. We have gone beyond our galaxy system, and now you start watching into the universe to see other bodies and other galaxies to realize that, you know, we are very small. And yet you have some single individuals thinking too highly of themselves, thinking that they are more important than they are. We are not as important as we think. And yet, the God who created all this regards us to be unique and special to him. So we are special, unique individuals to the God who created all of this. We are special beings, each one of us. And let us not allow anybody look down on us or minimize us and think that we are second-class citizens. We are not second-class citizens. We are unique and special to the one who created us, the God of Amazonia we acknowledge in our national anthem. So we are starting today with this program to show our position within the universe. And within the universe, we are on planet Earth that we know and talk about. And the planet Earth is constituted of landmass, which is only 1/3 of the surface area of the sun, of the planet Earth. And of this landmass, if you put all the lands together, the largest portion of it is the continent of Africa, where we belong. And as you know, within the continent of Africa, they say within the armpit, where you go from West Africa towards South Africa, that armpit, that Gulf of Guinea, which is by Nigeria as you go towards Gabon. That's where we, the children of Ambazonia, are engrafted by the God of all creation, by the creator of the universe. That is where our position is. That is who we are. As far as the universe and the planetary system are concerned, we are engrafted within planet Earth in the continent of Africa. We can go and talk more about the Earth, but we will not bring that here today. We want to focus on the history of the children of Ambazonia, because these people are going through a lot of hardship at this moment. It's almost like they have been left to their own resources and ability, and nobody seems to care about them. The other people on planet Earth don't seem to care. And then some wicked individuals who are self-centered, who think more highly of themselves than they are seeming to be taking advantage of the children of Ambazonia and killing them, where over 60,000 of them have been killed. We don't even want to go into the history throughout time of individuals that have been killed isolatedly without counting the 60,000 within the past 8 years. And so I want us to recognize that those individuals who think more highly of themselves, like Paul Biya calling himself president of La République du Cameroon, or like the so-called political leaders, different shades of it, thinking more importantly of themselves, or like the French-speaking people of La République du Cameroon thinking that they are better than the children of Ambazonia. That's not true. Within the context of the universe, they are not as important as they think. And we are more unique. We should understand that we are not what they think and say that we are. We are uniquely created by God in His image, and we are special. And so when you recognize that and respect yourself within the context of the universe, then you have the courage and the boldness to stand for who you are. And you don't allow falsehood to direct your path. Because most of those individuals who think more highly of themselves live on falsehood. First of all, it's false to think you are more important than another. To think that you are the center of the universe, everything revolves around you, is false. Like we just saw about the universe, that is so big. To think that you are the center of it is false. One time, people thought that the earth was the center of what was observable out there in space, but we know that is not true. So to these individuals believe that they are the center of everything, their thought process is what matters and their decisions is what is final. And that is not true. Because what matters is the creator of all of these, of the universe. He has a master plan, and it is his determination that stands the test of time. These are the things that we wanted to share with our children, with our people today. Like I said, we will home in and get into the full history of the children of the former British Southern Cameroon, the children of Ambazonia, and give you details of who we truly are. That is what I wanted to share with us today. And I will stop the program here for now. And maybe some of the videos can be played so that people are reminded of, what we just presented, the sizes within the universe, the whole universal bodies. Let us play some of those videos so that people can be watching them.